I am super excited about today's video because the bike is my bike. It's my Yamaha Tenere and it's been completely redone by Holy Moly. So this is my new favorite friend. This is Francisco. Francisco, man, I cannot thank you enough. This is an amazing kit, and you've flown all the way from Portugal to come and do this with me yesterday, and I absolutely love it, man. It is so cool. Tell me about Holy Moly. When did you start this?
Holy Moly started a decade ago, so I have 10 good years of building bikes. Professionally, I think in the last 6 or 7 years, we put up for good motorcycles and good builds. Was always a dream, but never a job, a full-time job.
Right. Where's your workshop? You're in Lisbon?
I'm central Lisbon, just across the airport, so
amazing.
Very close to the city center.
Okay, and you flew in on Sunday.
Flew on Sunday.
We spent yesterday doing this together, which was an amazing day, and my bike is completely transformed in a day. I can't quite get my head around it right now. But so when did the inspiration for doing this kit come? When did you decide to do this?
I had seen the previous versions of other companies' kit for the T7, and I had a big crash.
On your Tenere?
On my own Tenere.
Because you had like a rally tower.
I had the full rally concept bike, very light, 3D printed navigation tower. Yeah. It was a very cool rally bike.
And you dropped a single disc at the front. And
single disc, full navigation tower, XL rims, full exhaust line.
Right.
It was a rally bike. It was the perfect Tenere.
Right. And you love the Tenere as much as I do. It's just a brilliant bike, isn't it?
I had one for supposedly a few months, and I kept it for the last 3-4 years.
Right.
I think it's not the best motorcycle, but it's a very good motorcycle. It's very good for commutes, as you do it every day. It's good enough for adventure, and it's very nice for long runs. I think it's good enough to do everything. Yeah. Not the best at anything, but very good at everything.
Yeah, a friend of mine described it as a Swiss Army knife. You can do absolutely everything with it, and I love it for that. I've loved the bike for a long time, but obviously it's gone to a whole new level in the last 24 hours. So, you crashed yours.
I crashed mine 3 weeks before the Lisbon Male event.
The canyon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I smashed all the front end.
I saw you riding it there. I saw it in some of the clips, and I was like, oh, that Tenere's got no front.
I had no front.
Right. You had a lot of fun though, right?
It was lighter, it was different, and when I arrived to Male, I had no headlights, but I had the fender and the side covers. Right. And I called a friend of mine and said, my motorcycle doesn't look as it should. Right. Buy me an Acerbis Alba on the way in, because I need to put something on the front. Right. And they made me have a sticker number on the front with my ID, so I don't have. Bring me a Acerbis Alba, and I will attach it. And I raced the first day without number plates, without headlights. On the second day, we assembled it. Right. And I kept the motorcycle for a few weeks after the event, and I kept looking like, why not? Yeah. Why not? So we came up with the phrase, keep doing stupid stuff to a motorcycle. So I cut mine. Right.
Keep doing stupid stuff to motorcycles. I like it. And you say stupid, but this is fabulous. I mean, so from that early stage of just slapping a headlight on your crash damaged Tenere, what were the challenges? What did you have to overcome?
I think the biggest challenge was to do the fake tank shape. Right. So this shape, it's exactly the XT600 Tenere first generation shape of the tank. And we black out the bottom to make sure we made a shape of the tank to give it a more classic throwback tank.
And these panels, because these are the Artec.
These are original Artec panels, which I cut and grind to make it look like this.
Right.
Otherwise, we'll have a panel until up here.
So how many panels did you cut through before you got a shape you're happy with?
No clue on pounds, but kilos. I think we can easily drop 10 kilos with this kit.
Right.
It's not the focus of the kit to lose weight. Otherwise, we have the Rally kit, which we are able to reduce 15, 16, 16 kilos.
With the Rally kit?
With the Rally kit, starting from stock.
Yeah.
If you start from a motorcycle with crash bars, with a dash plate and everything, you can lower 20-ish kilos.
Right.
But it's a very big kit and takes a lot of time. For these, the concept was not to lose weight, but to give it a different approach on the Tenere. So a regular guy can have a retro style motorcycle with everything good from 2020.
Yeah.
So you have good braking, good suspension, comfort seat, ABS, electric start. We can have everything.
That's one of the things I love about it, because obviously I use mine every day. I've had old dirt bikes, I've had XR 600s, Dominators, CCMs, and I love the old look. I've had this headlight in my garage for years. It's been meant to have gone on a few things.
This is the headlights.
It's just so classic, but to have this look on a bike that can do everything I know this bike can do is just best of both worlds.
And the feeling about driving, it's a big difference. Your visibility, it's way bigger.
Yeah.
Your handability, it's huge because you don't have 7 kilos.
We took so much off yesterday.
Balancing on the front.
Most of yesterday was just taking stuff off and piling it up.
It takes more time to disassemble the motorcycle than actually assembling the kit. I think we spent 4 hours disassembling, maybe.
And it was pretty dirty.
1 hour to assemble. 3 hours to maybe do the decals.
The decal.
But assembling is a very fast assembly. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have the rear end, but
let's run through the kit. Let's run through what we did yesterday. So, first thing, I had the big, ugly stock tail with all of that. So we've lost that, gone super tidy at the back with the little tail tidy.
With the small turn signals,
dinky little things.
Small license plate holder, and we still have the reflector and the mount to assemble to go fully legal.
And actually, the night before, I did the exhaust. I did the this is the Camel link pipe, Camel ADV link pipe. So I put that on with this new can, and I was a little bit worried that I was going to be hitting the turn signal with the high exhaust level, and it's with those
smaller, it's not an issue anymore.
Fine. And then we've got the
Artec on the bottom, with decals, but it's 3 pieces from Artec, stock Artec parts.
It's such a better system than the stock system, having that in pieces.
It is, because it's that one full piece, and it's connected between both sides.
And also, if you damage this piece, you don't have to replace the whole tail.
And we have the knee pads, which are way better gripped.
And again,
if you stand up driving, it's a big upgrade.
Yeah. And again, this is one piece, whereas on the stock bike it's 2.
It's 2, it's only 1.
And then moving forward, we get to your panels where you've cut and shaped them.
Artec cutted panels. The top, it's the stock one. But you can buy from Artec also. Almost the same part. We have the MC Pro navigation mount, which can mount the old dash from the T7 and the new color one. It's available on both displays, and it's just 4 screws to attach to
this part is really clever. This was the bit when I was looking at the bike and going, how are we going to do it? This was the bit that I was like, how's that going to work? And I strangely love the dash on the Tenere. It reminds me of like an old Casio World
Exactly.
Timer.
I had the same thought. It's a Casio watch.
And so I was really happy that I get to keep that and bringing it back onto the bars. From sat on it, it feels really nice. As you say, you get such a big open...
And you can see while sitting, and you can sit while standing.
Right.
While the original one, if you stand, you don't see much. Some people think that it's too bulky to be on the handlebar. Not because of the weight, but because of the size. You have an Italian company called 7 Solid, and they do a super small speedometer. It has exactly the same functions.
Right.
Speed, RPMs, trip, fuel consumption. It has everything, and it has a big upgrade. When you do ABS and you do kill switch, you need to put off-road mode again.
Yeah.
On his speedometer, it has memory. So once you hit off-road mode, it's always off-road.
Right, people always complain about that on the forums, don't they? It's always a thing.
You can do a kill button, as I did, but it's a good upgrade to have a memory button.
So you're working that up as an alternative with them?
I'm working on the mount, so I have already the mount available. You can buy the kit, you don't want the big dash on the handlebar. You have two chances. We can do it inside the foam of the handlebar, or we can do a 3D printed mount like this one, and you can have a super tiny speedometer. And I'm very positive that I'm going to use it on my rally bike. Because I don't have the stock one anymore.
And does it plug into the same plug?
Completely plug and play. It's two plugs, one which goes to the motorcycle and one that goes to the dashboard, and that's it. Cool. You don't need to do wiring, cutting.
Sounds interesting.
Plug and play.
I do love that big Casio though.
On the front we have the classic elbow.
Yeah.
We converted to LED to have good lighting. It's a big difference on the quality of the light. We have a classic Yamaha early 90s fender. I think it's the perfect fender for the style of the motorcycle.
So you think it's a YZ?
I think it's 91, 92, 93 or 94 IZ.
It's such a good, there's a couple of high fender conversions that I've seen out there, and I really love the shape of this. It works, and also it's great because the bottom yoke has
the holes, the mounts,
So you've mapped out where the holes go. That went on in seconds.
We did 4 holes, and we chopped the rear, and we just arranged the lines to work. It's a lot of kits when you need to buy a bunch of parts and need to do new brake lines. And don't forget, brake lines go to the ABS, and then they go to the calipers.
I did a high fender kit on my old Africa Twin, and it was just for the high fender. It was a whole new set of brake lines, which just seemed.
We just arranged the lines in a way that still works. Nothing rubbering, nothing, and it's completely stock. And we have the lower half fender from Artec, which is a new product they launched a few weeks ago, and keeps the mud and the stones from the radiator and the exhaust.
I'm really pleased that that's there, because particularly my bike's going to be doing a lot of commuting as well, and just keeping some of that.
A lot of rain.
Yeah, a lot of rain.
A lot of rain.
Oh, it was dirty yesterday, wasn't it? And then we've got the new radiator guard in there. I've got the Outback Motortech crash bars,
and they match perfectly because the classic crash bars, you have one bar going on the front, and wouldn't be a fit for this kit because of the headlight. With this one, you almost don't see the crash bar, but you're protected. I think it's a very good match for the kit.
Really
it is.
Do you know one of the things that we were talking about this guy yesterday, Faber Lie,
amazing.
Because he has the Outback Motortech lower crash bars, and I've seen his bike and I just loved it. And
the new one, it's amazing.
Yeah, I used to have the upper bars as well, but when I saw his, I took them off because I just wanted to run the lowers. And then
I did the same. I had Cross Pro, which is a Portuguese company, and they're very light, aluminium, but very light.
Right.
But you want to have a fully naked bike. I think I went the same way you did. We also have Gareth, which is an Italian company. They do a similar style where you don't have all the big iron on the sides, and you still are able to protect the side panels. But way more efficient, the quality of the plastic from Artec. It's a big upgrade.
It's like dirt bike plastic, isn't it?
It's a dirt bike plastic, so it's the same as a CRF or a W, or it's a real quality, and they last. So I smashed mine a few.
You've put yours through its paces, haven't you?
And the stock plastics are not in perfect shape.
They crack.
While the Artec, they last longer, they don't break, they bend. But I need to be fair with the guys from King Stickers. I have 1500 microns, so talking about 1.5 millimeters of decals.
Of the vinyls, right.
So it's very difficult to damage my decals to a achieve damaging the plastics.
Yeah.
It's 1.5 millimeters thick.
Right.
I have some scratches on mine, I have some marks, but it's very difficult to tear them apart.
Yeah.
They're very resistant, and those guys have been doing a big job putting up with my funky ideas on the designs, on the shapes, and they put up with me a lot.
I love the design. So when we started talking about this a while ago on Instagram and going back and forth, I'd seen your bike, obviously loved it, and then you were talking about showcasing it in London, and I was like, well, I've got the bike, and you're like, great, let's do this. But the design of the decals, I loved going the back and forth with you on this, and we were playing with the color mock-ups and stuff, and it's come out perfect.
It was a good color combo.
Yeah, because yours is the black with the
Mine
with the
is
blue.
black, the base is black. It's actually metal flake.
Is it?
Metal flake black. So
Nice.
on the sun, it pops a lot of metal flakes. And the idea was from King Stickers, the graphic company.
They were like,
I want to do something more flashy. I think black and blue is not enough. I want to keep the motorcycle dark. So they went up like, let's do some white. Let's do the blue in chrome. So it's like a chrome blue.
So there's a little flash.
And let's do some metal flakes on the black.
Nice.
And we're like,
nice.
it has everything to go wrong, but it doesn't. It's amazing.
Yeah.
The motorcycle pops.
It looks fantastic. And
It's different from the typical adventure motorcycle you are used to see.
it's got a little bit of disco in there, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, which I like a lot. And so when we were talking about it, I really love, because you do the kit with like retro graphics, don't you?
Yeah,
So
the
classic.
kit, it's available in 5 classic Yamaha colors.
Yeah.
They all have the same stripe, typical Yamaha. It has a bit of thunder because it's my logo.
Yeah.
But I want to do something that everybody would know, then it's a Yamaha.
Yeah.
So it's a light blue with yellow.
Yeah.
It's so now 2 blue, which is a mid blue.
Yeah.
With yellow and light blue. It's the typical Dakar color. And then white and red.
White and red.
Typical.
Which is kind of what my bike was, the white red stock. I've wanted to go with the black tail section for ages. So then when, so I already had the Artec tail, and I was like, I'd love black at the back, and because I had the white service.
And we have a mix. So the kit also have the black with the yellow, and we also have the yellow with the black. So we have in here the rear from the black kit, and we have the front of a not available kit because it's white with red, but we did with blue.
It's a bit special.
It is a special.
Oh man,
it's
I
a
love
1
it.
out of 1.
And this line coming across here. It's kind of like the sort of sister bike of your bike in a way, isn't it? With the white and the black and the blues.
I was always avoiding to do blue striped motorcycle because I have mine.
Right.
And he went from slightly custom to fully rally to retro kit, but it always has the same stripes and the same color. And I think I wanted to keep the blue identity to myself. And when we decided to let's do something together, and we talked about black and red and white and red, and you went like, I love your jersey. And the jersey, it's exactly these colors. And I went like, those are my colors. So let's try something different, but let's use blue and try something different.
It's come out so good.
And the jersey's white, so we come up with the white.
The white
and I think it's very similar to my color scheme, but a fully, completely different bike. The white gives you way more retro vibes than the black one.
I do love it.
I think it was very well achieved, the coloring.
And we were talking yesterday, I was intrigued to hear you discuss you're working up some other headlight options as well, aren't you? A little bit of a tease.
I am. It's not ready.
Okay.
But I will launch late March a very similar key, way less coloring, so it's going to be a different type of bike, not such a flashy motorcycle. And we even talk about like keep it the top and the sides the same color to give it the classic enduro tank and just coloring the sides.
And then
it will have 2 LED Baja headlights with the aluminium frame.
Oh man, that's
so it's going to be a
cool.
Baja 500 style.
Yeah. Oh, wicked. I look forward to
I know
seeing
which
that.
one is going to be the first one.
Mine. I'll be on the phone. I'll be like, fancy a trip to London? Let's play.
I will showcase the motorcycle in May with a dual headlight.
Oh, fantastic. That'd be great, man. Well, listen, it's been such a pleasure to meet you, hang out with you yesterday, build this kit with you, and I can't wait now to ride this thing like this. I mean, it's such a striking bike. It's so striking like this, and yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm excited.
The feeling driving, it's going to be completely different.
Yeah.
It still is a modern bike. It still is the Tenere you are used to, but feels way more than the 10 kilos we took.
Yeah.
It feels lighter and easier to drive.
And I know that wasn't the main aim, but you reckon it's about 10 kilos?
Easily, yeah.
Yeah. And what
because only the front, we're talking about 6 to 7.
Right.
So.
Yeah,
we still have the fenders, the radiators, the plastics. Even the plastic, Artec plastics are way lighter than the stock ones.
And that big yoke that was
we have
sticking
2 or
out
3
the back,
kilos on the license plate holder, the stock one.
My pipe, I'm sure, is a hell of a lot lighter.
It's
than the thing.
half the weight easily.
Half the weight.
Yeah.
So
overall, you have probably with exhaust 15 kilos less.
Yeah.
Which is
chunk away.
Big, a big.
It's a big backpack.
I cannot get 15 kilos less.
No chance. Oh man. Oh, didn't point out the little indicators that you got mounted here.
It still has indicators on the front. Yeah. I didn't want to damage the headlight, so we just assemble on the top yoke, and they're LED, very small but very powerful, and
perfect.
Doesn't destroy the look.
Yeah. I reckon we can get away with starting it up.
We can do.
Let's do it. Thank you, man.